Hey, what's up, guys? I'm supposed to go do some laundry. I have it already. You just shout out to my homie Edit again. He gave me this Vans. It's like, you know, those recyclable grocery bags. It's made out of that same material. It's like a beach bag, you know, but it's Vans. It's pretty cool. I can show you guys. My car is dirty. See, I just gotta wash. It's like 1.5 loads. I just do 2 loads and then dry them separately too. It dries quicker that way. You put too much stuff in one cycle of wash or dry, it'll take a longer time to dry it. So if you just, you know, divide it into 2 instead of 1 load, it helps out. So shout out to my homie Edit. He gave me some weed. I'm about to try it right now. But so watching other people's YouTube channels, they always say that smoking, like, obviously my channel's small, it's not even gonna get monetized, but people always say that smoking will affect the video or whatever. But what did I want to say? I don't know. I just wanted to chill with you guys. Shout out Mike. We had a little argument, but he bought me a coffee this morning. Tastes like shit. Like, they put new machines at the 7-Eleven where you just press a button and they make you a coffee. It really tastes horrible. I like black coffee anyway. It kind of made my tongue like dry, you know, like that. I need to drink some water. So we'll see how this week goes. I got zigzags. I don't really like zigzags, especially since I've been smoking the raws. The raws are more natural, I guess. It's like having white bread or wheat bread. Raw is like wheat bread, and this, I don't know, it's just too dry for me. I feel like the raw paper has a lot less pixels, you know, it's where you can see through it. It's a lot less paper, I think, per fucking square centimeter. But let's try this weed out. The weed I've been smoking doesn't really get me stoned anymore. It does actually, but yeah, I just say that it does, but I feel like I have to smoke a lot. Miss my daughter, by the way. So yeah, I wish I had I'm at the McDonald's again, but I'm not gonna go walk in there. I don't know. I wanted to get a cold coffee. I'll probably just go to the Jack in the Box up the street. I always get a cold iced coffee. The young lady there's been flirting with me too. Like, she might be like early 20s, or she could be even like, she works during the day, so she doesn't go to high school. She's always flirting with me though. Like yesterday she flirted, but like I said, I think she's seen this, and then one of her male co-workers, like, could have sworn they were like talking about me, either whether good or bad. They were bickering. They were not bickering, but they were discussing stuff in the back. I don't know. I just brought that up. And I could use a water hose and wash down my truck. It's pretty fucking dusty. Yeah, guys, I mean, nothing new. My daughter loves me. She loves me, and I'm supposed to go to court tomorrow for child support. Shout out my baby mom. She's not requesting that I go to child support. It's because the county, the government, has noticed I haven't paid. I haven't been paying. And, you know, so they want to see her and I there. And I'm not gonna go because it's like, I'm homeless anyway. I have an excuse. But fuck them, man. You know, my daughter loves me, like I said. My daughter loves me. And, you know, I'm happy I picked the baby mother that I picked. But also, I also wish I could help her more, you know? And we had seen each other recently for the first time in a while, and it was good. We it's all about our daughter, you know. But my baby mama, she seemed like she's not a drug addict, you know. She seemed like she has all her, you know, her faculties in order, and I'm happy for that, you know. And I like played out this scenario in my head where I would be talking to the judge, and he'll be, why haven't you paid? And I'll be like, Your Honor, I love my daughter. I don't give a fuck what you have to say about me, what you think about me. You know, I have circumstances going on, but I love my fucking kid, you know. I don't know what kind of scale you weigh things on, but out here and out in real society, we scale it on fucking addiction and fucking just making it till tomorrow and trying to put a smile on your face. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd be like, you know what, fuck you, judge. But when you do that, as soon as you do that, they start hitting the fucking, with the fucking hammer. Order in the court. And then the fucking stupid, it's not a stupid bailiff. He's sure he's a good guy, but he's ignorant because that's his job every day. He has to, imagine you're the only cop in the fucking courthouse, and then there's the people, and then there's the United States, you know. And it's like, and you're always telling people, put your phone away, you know. So they get you right away. You can't even get a word out in court, you know. And your lawyer doesn't even push for you to have your word. Like, that should be like the most important thing in court. Like, you have a word to say. But so I'm not gonna go tomorrow. I don't give a fuck. Even if they give me a warrant or something, like, who gives a fuck? Because I love my daughter, and I've been in jail for a sketchier thing, which is sad to say. But in art, I remember before I got locked up, they would say, oh, they don't like graffiti artists. They would say taggers, but I understand why they don't like taggers, because there's tag bangers, guys who have that violent mentality and they still want to do graffiti, so they take it as like a territorial thing, and those are kind of the young-minded people who are living too fast and really with anger and hurt people, you know. That's why there's gangs that start at a young age. Young people kill each other off of stupid shit, you know, because their minds are just, I don't know, it's just that's actually kind of sad, you know. I do know it's the things you witness at home. It's the people who bring you up, you know. They act out in violence, you know. They talk like they don't care about people, care about people's feelings, you know. They're mean, so pass it down to children, you know. And but I just played out that court scenario thing, you know. And but I always knew, like, you know, an artist, it's not bad, it's art, just because they like to tag my name and it's a kind of creepy style of dripper, or I just like my name as a brand to see it up super. It's not like I'm calling myself fucking Little Shooter, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I think it's just, how funny is you see someone riding on a pole and you have the right to say, who are you? What are you doing? Like, bro, mind your business, you know? Like, that's why it's so much fun to do, like, to write my name and push my brand now that I'm older, because I can handle different situations differently, you know? I could be more calm doing it. Like, the first thing I'll say is like, bro, I'm doing art, bro. I'm doing art. I'm an artist. That's like when someone's angry at you, or they think you guys have something against each other, and as soon as you see them, you say, bro, it's all good. That could alleviate a lot, you know? It's all about how you say things, you know? If I'm doing art and they want to shoot at me or something, I kind of don't see that being a thing. Unless that person's mind state is like, see, that's why I don't like saying things like this, because it makes me not want to even put the video out. And I hate editing too. No pun intended. Shout out to edit, but I'm not gonna edit this part. I'm just saying it's real stuff, you know. Summer, I haven't been to the beach, but I've been trying to stay cool though. Really. But the water will be pretty nice. A friend told me about this spot in Malibu. He posted a really cool story picture of it, and it looked like it would have been a different place. I don't know, like a lake, you know, like Lake Havasu, something like, you know, like Elsinore, not even that, but even he could have been in Hawaii. It looked pretty awesome, you know. It was a waterfall. It seemed really like a lot of space. It's only in Calabasas, not too far. He told me Malibu Trail, Malibu. So yeah, I am really fucking with these papers. I did a bunch of music yesterday. Most of it sucked, you know. I don't know if you guys know this, and maybe it's stupid of me, and it's kind of like retarded and kind of unintelligent. Which I thought today, like some people have different speeds of genius. You know, some people put things together differently. You know, some if you tell two people to clean a room that looks exactly the same, they're gonna start in different places. You know, some people will start over here, over here, over here, over here, over here, do a little here, here. Seems like they're not getting anything done, but towards the end it starts seeming to come together. You know, or like someone who just does things in order. Like first I'm gonna work on everything above, like because you know I'm gonna work on dusting everything because it's all, and I'm gonna vacuum after because you know what I'm saying. You're not doing things twice. You know, some people they end up doing things twice or I don't know. I don't know. I guess I thought that earlier to make myself feel better about myself. Because yesterday when I was working on music, the way I do it, going back to that, is like it's like when they were gold mining. Like every pick of the shovel, like they'll hit a rock and then finally it was just a rock. But you know, I guess some songs are just a rock. You know, but out of all like the 400 songs that I have on my phone specifically, like I've had 2 laptops before with multiple hundreds of songs. It's crazy because when they would talk about like what's his name dude fucking when they would talk about rest in peace to Juice World, about him having 10,000 songs, it kind of doesn't seem real because even 1,000 songs is a lot. Look at Joe Rogan. He's been doing his podcast. He's been doing one a day for years, and he's only not even on 2,000 yet. Or I could be wrong, but having 10,000 written songs or 10,000 songs recorded and then dying at such a young age, like kind of seems far-fetched. You know, no disrespect to him. Maybe he started music when he was 12. You know, I started when I was 18, and I mean, there's times that I didn't record as often, but like I said, maybe he started at 12, and that's why he was so great by the time he was so young, because he already been doing it for a while, just like, you know. But that's how I record, is like, I'm gonna just get it out, because I know there's beats all the time. There's always, and producers are gonna keep producing tons of beats, and I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's not just, it's also who you know in the industry too, you know. So that's what also keeps me, like, it's also who you know. It's not your fault you started music a little later. Like, don't be hard on yourself, you know. Like I said, people's things come together differently, you know. And so some of my songs do come out good. I do have a couple good songs that I made in the past couple days, you know, amidst all the bad ones, you know. It's just also not the music that I'm making. It's also like, you know, the videos that I want to make when I keep listening to all this music, you know. It's the visions that I have that also bring me down a little bit, you know. And, yeah, shout out to Rodeo or Rhodium Radio, Tony Vision. If you look up Tony Vision on YouTube, shout out Tony, my basketball friend. But if you look up Tony Vision on YouTube, he has a podcast, and he was actually in a rap group, a rap duo back in the day. He's from Wilmington, and he has a really dope podcast. But he interviewed this young girl who's up and coming. I guess she's part of like the MC Magic and Little Rob, like they're part of their movement, you know. And she could really sing, you know. She has some songs where she raps and she kind of experiments a little bit. But I like when she just fucking sings, like you know, like there's different type of music in Spanish. It's not too instrumental. It's just like she just fucking singing, you know. Where she's the main instrument. And I see some of her videos yesterday, but she said her name is J Rocks, but with ROXXX, like if it would be like, you know, explicit or like, you know, like something like kind of like nude, you know, XXX, like you know, like you know, like it kind of reminds you of someone who's kind of sexual or freaky, you know. But she said her favorite artist is XXX Tentacion. I just thought that was wild because they do totally opposite music. And she was super infatuated, like she was like kind of entranced by him. She was like, oh my God, the way she was talking, like she's super young and stuff. And I think she'll look back on the interview like, I can't believe I loved him so much. Like, he's an awesome fucking, but you know, she caught on when she was like a teenager, so that hits differently. She's always gonna care about the guy. Her name is has XXX. You know, I just thought that was pretty cool. Like, because XXX, I think he's one of the greatest artists ever, and I'm like 10 years ahead of him. But like, I think older people who heard his music that actually appreciate sound. You know, music touches them a different way because it's something when they were young that helped them get through things, you know? So yeah, I caught a dripper tag yesterday. The tag didn't even come out that good because my first letter is an S, obviously for Supa, and the S drips down to the other part of the S and ends up just looking like a blob. It's funny. I gotta refill this. Got my little funnel right here. I'm done with this joint. Let me roll up a little bit of that other type of weed. Doesn't look too bad. I would actually like it to be a little more shaky, because with nugs I feel like it goes faster, you know? This weed feels a little wet, to be honest with you. Has a really good smell. The other one I had, I don't know, I feel like a different weed will feel the difference. You know, I've been smoking this other one for a while. Oh yeah, Mike and he was having a bad day yesterday, and I tried to feed his dog, and he like, I didn't listen to him like the first couple times, which I was in the wrong, and after he just fucking exploded. He smacked the meat out of my hand, the sandwich meat I was trying to give him. It's because when I get groceries lately, since shout out to my homie Edit again for giving me the ice chest, I just get one bag of ice for the bottom of the ice chest and one bag for the top, and I don't like throw them in there. I just leave them like that. You know what I mean? Because if you do the other way, it'll melt faster. And keep it like a fridge. And then that day, it was like the day after, so there was half the bag of meat left. I was like, I'm not gonna eat it, and it's gonna go bad. So I was gonna give it to his dog, you know, because I see dogs as like fucking another soul living, you know. I don't see it as, oh, that's your pet, you know. Probably because of the weed. If I was sober, maybe I wouldn't give a fuck. So he like smacks it out of my hand. He like I told you, you don't listen. You come around here and you think you can do what you want. And he started getting really loud, and it was embarrassing me a little bit because the flower shop people and other people around, and I feel like I was getting punked, and like I started shaking. I was pretty fucking upset. Like I felt stupid too, you know. You feel kind of humiliated, and I wasn't even talking shit to him, you know, like calling him names, like, man, shut the fuck up, you're a bitch, you fucking pussy. Like, dude, shut the fuck up, like, calm the fuck down. I'm not gonna, get the fuck out of here. And I was like, man, I did a video of this yesterday. I didn't want to load it. I don't know, I just had second thoughts after of loading it. But who's ever gonna hear me talk if I don't say what's going on, or just be here to talk in general, you know? And so I don't know, and then the argument kind of festered over to, I guess, my section of where I park at. I told him too, like, or after, I was like, don't come over here, I'll knock your ass out. But I was just talking shit in the air. I think by this time he wasn't even listening to me. I was just I was being like Paco, you know. But if you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so, but no, he's an older man. Like I even thought, like, man, you know when people talk about karma, it's usually they're asking the other person, because it's like about God or things that are unknown, like spiritual things. Do you believe in ghosts? Like, or do you believe in, like, 'cause we all want to believe in it, but we also don't want to sound stupid, so we ask the other person, like, do you believe in karma or whatever? And I think I could steal from you $1 million, get away with it, go somewhere you'll never find me. Yeah, you're gonna say, oh, I'll find you, which is probably true. But chances are that if I get away, there's a chance that I could go somewhere and change my life. Like, I'll feel bad about stealing this money, you know? And I'm a good person. Maybe I'm stealing $1 million off of $1 billion you have, you know? But I'll go somewhere and I'll live out my life, you know? I'll live out my life. And I know that there's something on my conscience, so I need to live better now. I need to use some of this money and maybe help out the community that I live in, the new community, you know? Doing what I can, you know? I know over there they don't like me, but somewhere right here, you know, people know me differently, you know? And so I think that it's more conscious. It's more conscience. I think a lot of times people have done bad, or bad is done to them, of course. People they end up doing bad as well. And they feel bad about things, you know? Things remind them. That's why there is alcohol. That's why there is mind-altering things that thrive in society, you know? And in existence. And I lost my thought a bit, but so I think it's your conscience. I think a lot of people's mistakes are made when they are on mind-altering things, you know? For example, Nipsey Hussle's killer, you know, was getting high, you know, was a drug addict, you know? So I think people want to change. Even when you see them getting high, they don't want to be that person in the morning. They want to change, you know? It just, no one's there to hold their hand to make them feel like they're not alone in that journey of change. So they get high, you know, and they go in these communities that also are addicts, and that's where they get their community from. It's where they're accepted, you know? So I think there's a conscience thing, and I could relate to this. You know, I made so many mistakes, saying the wrong things, you know, even getting physical in the wrong ways, you know, committing things off of anger and not learning that true strength comes from enduring, you know. And I heard a door right there. Let me roll this weed up. It actually looks a lot lighter. It looks kind of yellowish, especially on this yellow tray and with the sun shining. It's very light. It's very light. Seems like it's gonna have a good taste too. So I don't believe in karma. I believe in conscience, you know. If I do something bad to you, of course you're not gonna like me. You might want to do something back to me. That's not karma. That's not karma, I don't believe. You know what I'm saying? So imagine when I'm 60, I could have easily hit him just by touching me. I could have beat him up, or I caused a fight, you know? I would have still felt bad today. Even at the point of me making that video yesterday, because this happened in the morning. Yesterday was like 7 o'clock. I sat there yesterday making that video, and I was like, I would have felt like shit right now. I probably would have felt bad about myself, because I even felt bad about, man, I would have avoided being yelled at like that, humiliated, if I would have just listened and not fed his dog. Even though I was trying to, and he was overreacting, you know, he was flipping out. He has his issues, you know. This is a 60-year-old man who was adopted, you know. He has his ups and downs, bro. It's expected, you know. And I'm an understanding person, you know. Maybe I'm not as damaged. Someone else more damaged and more fucked up would have probably fucking beat the fuck out of him, you know. But I'm so thankful. I probably still would have felt shit like right now, you know. It would have been difficult for me to go back there, you know. Me beating up an old man, like, and me, like, what? Oh, because he was pushing you. Like, people would take his side. Like, the only thing I was upset about, or a few things, is the humiliation and the getting crazy like that to bring somebody else's bad side out. Is like, why do you want to see me get in trouble? You know, you're 60. Why would you want to see me get you in trouble? You know, why would you want to see me in trouble? You know, like, that's like kind of police shit to me, or like informant shit, like people trying to like antagonize you to, you know, make a mistake, to slip, you know. Don't do that, you know. People, especially if you're a person, you're a pathfinder, you know, you're a dreamer, you're a person who wants to achieve things, who wants to leave their mark, you know, not just for themselves but for their family. It's like, don't let people trick you. Like, free Big Mac. I was gonna say fucking Mac, Crib Mac. Don't let them trick you out your bag, out your journey, out your path, out your destiny. Don't let them trick you out that. You know. I remind myself of that a lot. You know. And so I'm understanding. I felt bad with Mike. You know, but you know, I just like he came to apologize yesterday. He came to say. Like at the end, that's why he bought me a coffee this morning. He told me he was gonna hook me up with breakfast. He just felt bad, you know, he was having a bad day. And I told him, hey bro, you humiliated me, bro. That's what really got me upset. You know, me being made fun of and bullied as a kid and humiliated in front of tons of peers, young kids who, you know, are kind of cruel, you know? They just say what's on their mind. I'm understanding to that too, so humiliation for me, attention, like screaming out, causing a scene where I'm right there where I feel like I'm getting belittled and stuff. Makes me fucking you know. And but I'm happy. Imagine, like I said, conscience. Because if I would have, imagine when I'm 60, and I'm around 30-year-olds, how I'm gonna feel. I'm gonna feel like they're not gonna have no mercy on me. You know what I'm saying? If I spaz out or come at them, like they're gonna be quick. Like, you know, that's my conscience is gonna bring that on me. You know, I don't believe it's karma. I think it's your memory, your conscience. Being aware, you know. That's why I make this video for my daughter, amidst whatever any of my peers think of me or anything. Is that watch what you say and watch how you use your force and your power and your aggression, you know. Be very careful. A person with a clean conscience, not necessarily innocent. I'm not saying innocent. I'm just saying a person who knows, because innocence is in your sexuality. I'm not saying you have to be like, you can't enjoy sexual things, or you can't enjoy you can't talk to your buddies in a certain way that's funny. Like, you know, I kind of stupid. Don't call me a bitch. Well, then I can't really even be funny with you, or okay, you're just too serious. Like, I might slip up one day, bro, because it's a habit I do where you're gonna want to fucking fight or make it awkward, you know. I'm talking to the young crowd to understand themselves. It's like, know where you want to be, know what kind of life you want, know who you are, know where you can't be, know your triggers, you know. But the more that you don't gossip about people, don't even want to know a lot of people's business, don't even want to know, don't want to know. Tell your friends, hey, don't talk bad about this person around me, because I don't want to feel like guilty about it when I hang out with them, even if I don't say anything. And don't trick me into fucking saying something. Like, that's fucking being a police person, bro. Don't hang out with people like that, man. People who don't trust other people probably can't be trusted, you know? They might have their own battles inside that they don't even know. They don't even know who they are, so. But the person who could go into crowds and be conscious in all arenas, amongst all people, any background. Find out for yourself about these people before letting others' beliefs become your truth, or become maybe what you've thought. You know, find out truth for yourself. Find out who these people are for yourself. And that's all I gotta say, man. But I guess let me smoke this. It's gonna be like a 40-minute video. A shout out to my brother Bogus. He just had his first daughter. He has a son. I think they're about 4 or 5 years apart. Shout out to his wife, Joanna. Shout out to the whole family, mom and dad side. You know, like, it's cool to have a son and then have a daughter. Just a different dynamic, you know. And most importantly is the health, and the baby came out with their limbs and their, you know, their spirit, their health, you know. Shout out to my brother Carlos and my sister Angelica. They've been together for years, since I was a young child. I'm not a young child, a young boy, like 18, 31 now. But so I know my friend since I was a boy. But they're having their first daughter, which I think is like 6 or 7 years apart from their last child. They also had 2 boys, and now they're finally having a daughter. And just congratulations. The baby hasn't came yet, but we hope all is well, and just wanted to shout them out. To all my of course I miss my daughter and my family. Just shout out to everybody, man. Subscribe, like. I'm trying to get to 300 subscribers already. It's taking a while. I've had some people follow me and then unsubscribe. I don't know who. The cool thing about YouTube, they don't always show you everybody who subscribes to you. They don't show every single person who subscribes. So I like that, but so subscribe, man. I'm trying to get to 300. I don't know. Wish I could go live, but let me roll this up. Yes, I roll my joints like it's a blunt. I tend to get it wet a lot. Really pack this time. Put the stem in there. I gotta put the stem in there more. Yeah, baby. So today's Thursday. I've been texting my mom and my sister. They don't really respond to me. I don't know if they're kind of disappointed in me or they just are mad at me. Why could you be mad at me? But maybe embarrassed of me. But I would see that. But maybe they don't like the art that I'm doing. But it's all good. Could be doing a lot worse, man. See, I really wet it, but it's pretty hot outside. So if I let it sit there for a couple minutes, it should be dry. I'm talking to you guys, I didn't really take my time. Usually it doesn't come out like that, but today it did. Let's put it in the sun so we get so it dry much faster. Gotta do another one. Gosh darn it. I'm trying to smoke this, man. Time flies. I'm not trying to make this like an hour video, you know? It's hard to be real funny by yourself. I was watching No Jumper and they had like a roast podcast. There was moments where it got kind of dead, and there was some funny moments. It's a good dynamic, bro. I actually love the show, man. You got blacks, browns, whites, fucking Asians, fucking Russians. Probably missing people too. Not just brown people, you know? Man, fuck this papers, dude. Fuck Zigzag. It's all about raw, bro, for real. But so I don't need to do like a little quarter slice on this paper. I have enough weed on the plate. Yeah, so I really want to go to the beach. I mean, in my perfect world, I would take my daughter in a date. Take some drinks and just enjoy myself, you know? Have that moment where you just like super buzzed and you're running with your kid and your lady at the beach, and then you go back to your spot, sit down on the sand, and she comes and like cuddles with you. My lady, not my daughter. My daughter's over there playing or something. But you know, you're just having a good time, you know? Having a blast. Have some food, maybe take some sandwiches, or maybe go to a spot where there's a bonfire and just fucking feel good, you know? Have a little baddie with you. Have some weed. I think I would drink beer. Just be tight, you know? This one was a lot better. Oh yeah, there you go. I'll put it right here. I had the sun coming in, but I didn't cover the other side because as long as my phone could get covered with the we'll let that dry for a bit. Hey, where's my? I put some fucking. I bought like this red paint from shout out to Eddie. I haven't used these. He gave me these. But I always keep the tips very fresh, you know, so it doesn't dry. So I use my steering wheel for that. Makes me look like more of an artist too, by the way. It's all aesthetic, you know. Where did I put my paint? Shout out to the homies at Riding Dirty. They have this house paint, this alcoholic. It's like an alcohol-based paint. But I bought like this glittery red from the dollar store, and I mixed it. It's gonna be hard to find it, I already know.
Oh, I got it.
It wasn't hard at all. So it's this house paint. So, well, don't really want to do that. Don't want to use this surface, but I don't see me really making too much of a mess. So I got a napkin. I could use this. Okay, so I got my channel locks here. This is how I open a marker like this. So I do it. So no gun. So how much do I have in here? Okay. It fills up very fast, so got this, and I got the funnel, and this is how it looks, guys. I want to see everything. I just have the plate on the bottom, and I'll pour little by little, and I'm sure my hands will get a little messy. So shake this up. I just wonder if that glitter, I might have to get like a little small something that like pokes something very like a needle, and poke the nib. The nib is the tip, you know, the little mop tip. Because I think that the glitter might make it thicker and it might get stuck in the mop. And it might affect the flow of the paint. So, that's what we gotta see, you know? But I can't really see because of the sun. I've revealed my true identity. So very slow because it fills up very fast. Can I see any glitter in there? I don't know. Don't really see a difference. Didn't really change tone or color at all. Oh, perfect. All the way at the top now. Perfect. My hands really didn't get too bad. Speaking of that, let me cover this house paint right here before I make a mistake. I know I would do that. It's like when you leave your water unattended amidst all your crafts, and you elbow it over or something. So with the channel lock, let me grab the nib again. That's it. Look at this up. So with your markers, you want to every so often. You're not using them all the time, you know. So you just want to like apply moisture to the tip sometimes so it doesn't dry. Anyway, it's the end of that video, and I just want to say be careful with the mistakes you make. Careful with the decisions that you make, you know. People are going to say mean things to you. Just walk away, man. You know, walk away and, you know, think about the future, man. Think about you wanting to create a business and you needing to have a good name, you know. And part of it is not what they think about you, is what you think about yourself. If you think you can't trust yourself or you think you're a bad person, a lot of times it's because of the mistakes. You're just paranoid. You continue to make the same mistakes, you know? And it takes a long time to change habits, but it also takes a long time to begin to trust yourself, you know? So when you want to be in those boardrooms and you want to be confident in yourself and know that, you know, I'm not a shady person. I'm not going to steal from nobody. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that, you know? I can have relationships and I can, you know the right things to do, you know? To always communicate, to not. Now, if this is a partnership, any deals that come over our table, we should discuss it with each other and discuss, you know, the fairness of that, you know? Just because life is about business and it is about having relationships with other people. This modern day life is that. So, but number one, don't spend a second. This is my motto. Don't spend a second doing something and being somewhere you don't want to do and where you don't want to be. Don't spend a second. Don't spend a second not being happy. You know? Don't spend a second somewhere where you don't want to be. Don't spend a second somewhere you don't want to be. Put your back against the wall. My back's against the wall right now. I tell myself, what the fuck is gonna come of this? You know, I don't know. But I'm not gonna fall to drugs. I'm not gonna commit act of violence. I'm not gonna go to jail unless it might be for art, but it's just art, you know? It's just a brand, it's just my name, Super, you know? I really love this dripper. But other than that, I'm not the best artist, you know? I want to mention names, some of these LA graffiti artists that are amazing to me. They're even good at drawing and stuff like that, you know? But know your lane, know who you are. Don't be so hard on yourself. You know, accept yourself, you know? A lot of it is how people see you, you know? Anyway, peace.